Hey there. Week 4 at home. Hope you guys are all staying safe and healthy. It has been an interesting week. This week, I've learned several things. I discovered a new thing called Zoom, which is a cool way to have a Friday afternoon social hour. Had one of those last Friday with some of my old buddies and some family members and had a fantastic time. If you haven't tried Zoom, do it. It's all the rage right now. All these meetings are being held on Zoom. I also learned that there were some pretty cool movies made in the 1980s. My wife and I have been watching a lot of movies in the evenings and enjoying some old good ones. I've also realized that my wife has 59 Easter bunnies hid around my house. Some out in plain sight, some are hid. But I would have never seen them if I was working in my office and not spending so much time at home here. And the last thing I learned is that the storage shed that I cleaned out my backyard this weekend, man, I should have done that years ago. There was a lot of stuff in there. On the economy and the investment front, I have learned that diversification works. We've always used asset allocation and diversification in our models, and it is working very well right now. We have added some things that do not have a strong correlation to the equity market most of the time, like gold and investment grade corporate bonds and government bonds, things of that nature. They're holding up the portfolio very well. We're still going through a lot of volatility. Monday was a strong up day. Today, Tuesday, at the end of the close, things got a little bit weaker, but we're going to continue to have volatility in the markets until we start to see some type of new normal emerge from this crisis that we're in. What is that new normal? I don't know. I had a lot of conversations with many of you last week, clients, colleagues, families, and friends, and it was an emotional week for many of us. The idea that the world is going to be different when we come out of the other side of this is becoming very real to most of us. I also wanted to share with you that what we're going through right now has reestablished and also renewed in me the idea that our financial lives are very much tied to our emotional lives and the rest of our lives overall. Money is truly emotion. And as we're seeing this difficulty in the financial markets and our portfolios, we're seeing emotion arise in us. I'm going to do a little blatant self-promotion right here. This is my book, The Dinner Party. You can pick it up on Kindle. You can pick it up at thedinnerpartybook.com and get a copy. It talks about those messages, how emotion is tied into our financial lives, and our lives our financial situation should be centered around our lives. They're all very intertwined. It's a book that talks about relationships, it talks about courage, it talks about doing things that are hard, it talks about going through difficult situations just like we are now. This is Easter week. Easter for the majority of the Christian world represents renewal, it represents hope, and for me it has always represented family. And this year, ever present on my mind is going to be gratitude. I'm going to celebrate Easter this year at a park across the street from my house. Not going to Easter service, I'll watch it on TV, but I'm going to be ever mindful of gratitude, of the joy I get from my family, of being healthy for now, hopefully, and having the opportunity to continue to help all of you and the privilege that is, and all of the wonderful things this world has that are so beautiful that we need to be grateful for. Stay safe, stay healthy, stay at home. Take care of each other, take care of yourselves. We will talk to you next week. God bless.